research, and so that's one of the many blessings that we enjoy living where we do in Indianapolis. Similar to what you mentioned before, availing yourself of the resources that are readily available in your neck of the woods. Because, for example, where we live in Indianapolis, we're grateful that we're just 90 minutes from the Creation Museum, and then just another 40 minutes south of that is the Ark Encounter. And so, as you're well aware, ministry like Answers in Genesis has produced and is continuing to do so just myriads of great, solid, biblically faithful curriculum. And for example, one of my sons is going through an Introduction to Logic course written by an astrophysicist.
Wow.
And that son actually, he took a physics class last year, basically largely self-taught. And so, but once again, not all high school students are going to tackle on something that perhaps intimidating to others, but the point being is that there are a variety of different resources available that can be customized to the strengths of each of our kids right where they're at.
Right.
Especially in what I would advocate also is just gender specific discipleship, because one of the things that I'm sure you would agree is that, hey, we're not raising our daughters to necessarily aspire to be an astrophysicist themselves. So it's like, okay, you may not necessarily need this high level math or science, but anyway.
Well, I know one other thing we've done too is, and I probably could let Jessica speak to this, is just if you have access to a homeschool group, you guys have done curriculum swaps, or just when you're done with something or you need something else, everybody kind of pools together resources and trade out. I mean, that's been handy too, just being part of a community. That can really help out the budget as well if you've got a supportive community that's willing to help you find the resources you need. Homeschoolers still tend to stick together to some degree here at this point in time. It hasn't gotten so big where it's, at least in South Dakota here, where there's a truly independent type feel.
Sure.
But
now, speaking of South Dakota, most states in our country, have a state homeschool organization that coordinates an annual convention or conference, or if you're in proximity to a large population center, a city, there are different ministry organizations like Keep Them Diligently, the Nunnery Family, and others that coordinate. It's different events like this where you can be encouraged by veteran home educators, and different breakout sessions that are speaking to very specific niche subject matter experts, if you will. And that's also a tremendous venue to avail yourself of this type of thing, as far as different curriculum swaps, resources, but also, let's face it, it helps to give our children a greater perspective that, hey, they aren't the only kids that are growing up this way. And so, any thoughts about that?
Around here, I mean, we live in a smaller community area. There's not a whole lot for conventions necessarily right here. We've solved that at times by hosting it.
Sure.
I believe up in Sioux Falls, though. Sioux Falls has got some.
Sioux Falls has a big one
Sure.
up there. I think Jason and Sammy went up there. We haven't gone up there yet, but online, Summit Ministries. I mean, there's tons of stuff
Sure.
Free to listen
Sure.
to. I mean, it is great to get out and meet the kids, and
Sure.
the kids see other like-minded kids for that too. But as far as just in our local area, we are hosting. We are having the homeschool families
right.
that we know in our house, in our home, doing music, doing games.
That's right. Yeah, and of course, what we're doing this weekend, as far as
Right,
the original Grace Family Conference,
Yep.
is the 21st year, and so we're grateful, and just like I said, for your friendship and for what the Lord's been doing in your lives, and of course, as you're well aware, the open doors opportunity that the Lord's been opening for Grace Family Ministries to take this initiative on the road, as it were. And so, Lori and I wholeheartedly believe that the kind of reformation, biblical reformation, spiritual revival, and revitalization of the church and family life that we long and pray to see here in our country and then beyond our borders into worldwide. It must begin on the grassroots level, hearth and home, dads and moms taking personal ownership of the truth and passing that on in the biblical spirit. The multi-generational vision. See that throughout the scriptures, and especially in Psalm 78, for example. But anyway, so amen.
Amen.
Hallelujah. High fives. High fives. And thank you indeed for your prayers and your support of this ministry initiative. And we encourage you to check out our website, gracefamilyministries.org. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Help spread the word as together we advance the cause of Christ to the ends of the earth, beginning right at home. Soli Deo Gloria.